Welcome back to the CCS Season 5 Championships presented by the Collegiate Conference Series. I'm back with Jonas. We've got two streams coming your way tonight and this afternoon. It kicks things off with number 6, Arizona, who was rightfully underseeded and scammed in this bracket, versus number 11, Louisiana Tech. In round 1, the Bulldogs have their work cut out for them with a really good roster at Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona, they just had a really tough end to their season. I mean, they were obviously looking so threatening. Then they lost in the final week of conference play to Iowa State, but Iowa State's a good team. Everyone kind of shrugged that off. Whatever. They went into the Big 12 conference tournament, got round-1'd by Arizona State, who they had never lost to before that point, and that is what dropped their seeding so much. That was a really huge loss for the Wildcats, but we still know the potential of this team. They're looking to make an impact in this tournament.
That they are, and their run starts here in round 1 with Louisiana Tech in the round of 64. The winner moves on to play next Friday in the round of 32 against number 3 North Texas. In round 2, the Mean Green took Utah to Game 7 and found a way to get a victory. Now, again, up next could be the Wildcats of Arizona, who was ranked as high as 8th in the country at one point this season.
Yeah, I think the big thing there is North Texas struggled. Obviously, I don't think they were kind of up to that full potential we've seen from them in the past. I think not a lot of them have picked up the game in a little bit. I think they were a little bit cold coming into it. Utah almost caught them out and matched the biggest upset in CCS history with a 14-3 seed. The Mean Green were able to close it out. They were able to get the job done, but it was a little bit scary. And I think that'll give each of these teams, whoever wins, a little bit of that boost going into round 2.
Yeah, I think the winner of this will have a great shot in the second round, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I think if Arizona win, I've got them going to the Elite Eight at my bracket. So, I believe in the Wildcats. I think they can go on a deep run, but again, the first round's tough. It's the first game of the tournament. Got to get the nerves out of the way early and find a way to win, where high seeds have struggled to win series in a dominant fashion in the first round.
Yeah, we really have seen that quite a lot. The highs. How many upsets have we had? Is it just still the one? Is it just still Houston over UTA?
Just the one.
Wow. That seems absolutely. I don't know how many matches technically we have gone through, but the fact that there's been only one technical upset, again, it was a 7/10 seed. That's not even that huge.
Yeah, again, there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm counting
10. We've got 12 series left.
10.
So we've played 20 series, only one upset so far.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's insane. And it's gotten to the point where I feel like there's less that can happen at this point. Obviously, looking at the schedule today, LA Tech, there is a small chance. Obviously, they are the Sideline Sports Invitational champions from non-conference play. They looked really good in that little tournament. Wichita State, I think they'll be fine against Central Florida. That's obviously the next one after this one. And then part 2, the second stream of the day, Florida take on SEMO. I think the Gators should be just fine. Cal, they're looking to make another Cinderella run happen against San Diego State at 10 p.m. EST later tonight. But San Diego State, they look good, and it might just be another stream of all the high seeds taking it.
I think the only chance of an upset that we see today would be California over San Diego State. I think that's the only chance of an upset tonight. We'll have to wait and see, though, with what happens. We have 4 exciting games to kick off right now. We're just waiting on LA Tech to be ready to go.
Yeah, it looks like a player's just getting a quick game update. But yeah, honestly, looking forward towards the rest of the matches. There's still a couple good ones left. Obviously, looking in the East region, South Carolina, San Jose State, that should be a really solid 8-9 matchup. Don't know who will be able to come out of that one. Again, if San Jose State win, that'll be a technical upset, but 8-9, do you really even count it? Charlotte versus Central Michigan. We saw the Chips look good in their conference tournament, eliminating Bowling Green. Could be a decent look for them there. And then on the other side, you have Ball State Black, Villanova. Think BSU should be just fine. UMass over Middle Tennessee State. UMass, I think they definitely have the potential to take down the Blue Raiders, but if Middle Tennessee State show out like they did against Florida International, it's gonna be very tough there. And North Florida over Purdue. Wavy has faith in the Ospreys. Maybe they can do it.
That would be an upset call of all time for Wavy if North Florida can pull that one off. But again, they couldn't do it last season. They played Purdue in the first round, and they did lose. And I think it was 4-1 was the score there for Purdue in the round of 64 last season's tournament. But this season's a new chance for the Ospreys to pull off a stunning upset, but we'll have to wait and see how that one goes on Sunday night at 7 Eastern.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to see for sure. But I mean, looking forward again towards this first matchup, Arizona. I mean, they were a newcomer last season in season 4, and they really were a dark horse opening things up. I mean, they immediately went toe to toe with Grand Canyon, and I think that's the kind of moment we knew that Arizona was legit and they were going to be threatening. Made it all the way to the tournament, got eliminated in round 2 by a really good Maryland team who went toe to toe with Drexel. But if they had a more favorable side of the bracket, who know how far they could have gone.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're finally ready to go. LA Tech is in the lobby finally. All the players are set and ready to go.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this one. LA Tech, they've been a fun team to watch. They really have, and obviously we saw the support for this Bulldogs team when they won that Sidelines Invitational earlier on this season. Now let's see what they can do in the tournament, going toe to toe with the Wildcats. Game 1 set. Let's get underway.
Well, day 5, the round of 64 is finally underway here. Join us after a 7-minute delay, but the Wildcats looking to start their run to glory tonight with the Bulldogs from Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech, they were a team last season. They got round 1. They drew a tough first-round matchup in Grand Canyon. They did take the Lopes to Game 6. It's a beauty of a shot from Bob, but Laynad keeps it out. What a start.
Arizona's offense already dealing tons of pressure. Jonas and Goose has the first.
Oh, my word. I mean, that shot from Bob was almost just the highlight of the entire round of 64. Almost knocked down that corner double as well, but Goose was able to put it away while he was waiting middle. So Arizona up 1-0 to start, and they're looking vicious early on.
A heck of a start for the Wildcats offense, and again, it started from Bob's corner double that almost saw its way into the back of the LA Tech goal, but now the Wildcats looking for goal 2 here, Jonas. And this first minute has been highly electric for the Wildcat offense.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep up that pace of play moving forward. Obviously, you know, we've talked about teams staying consistent all tournament long, and it starts with the round of 64. You got to get ready to go and then keep that pressure moving forward. We'll see if the Wildcats are a team to do that. Judo Senpai will take it up through the corner. Not a lot of boost, and you're just seeing really Arizona run the pitch right now.
There you are, and again, LA Tech can't even establish any offensive pressure quite yet. As 3:45 to go. Gusla trying for the double there, couldn't find contact in the second touch, as the Wildcats defense now might have to fend off an attack or two here.
And Judo, a good first touch here, will be shut down by Amp. We are seeing Arizona having some good looks defensively, really forcing Louisiana Tech to try and work around them. The Bulldogs, no shots through the first minute and a half, still just trying to put something on target, but Arizona, a little bit of keep away here. Judo looking for the double bump. He finds it open. Look for Jazz. Louisiana Tech answer.
The Bulldogs, their first goal of the tournament, 3:17 to go. Judo finds a demo and a bump to open up the open target.
Yeah, and why not get a little bit of physicality, Nation? You always talk about how the Big 12 is one of the most physical conferences in CCS, and Arizona one of the best at implementing that. We know Bob, his bumps and demos can be so threatening. You know, we've kind of nicknamed him at times Bob the Destroyer, because sometimes he just kind of runs upfield and crashes down on everyone.
He's also Bob the Builder. He builds this Arizona offense. He literally creates their pressure for them, as he is their best striker here in CCS Season 5. That's over. Bob, that might just be in. It's going to be just wide, as Bob will find the save.
Judo trying to answer through the corner. We are seeing LA Tech stay very present. Arizona, you know, they are the heavy favorites in this one, as already mentioned. It's a 6 seed versus an 11 seed, so obviously they are that high seed. But as you mentioned, Nathan, I mean, there was a lot of people who thought the seeding should be higher for Arizona just based on what they've been able to do in the past. Obviously, they had a tough conference tournament look, but don't think that's fully reflective of what this team has to offer.
Absolutely agree. And again, this Arizona team, the only team to get more than one game off Drexel all season long. So again, that's something to, you know, it's incredible work out of Arizona, but you also played Florida earlier in the year. You got a game off of them, and how many teams could play Florida as close as Arizona has outside of Missouri?
Yeah, and the run doesn't doesn't get easier here. I mean, if Arizona win this one, obviously they're going to have to take on North Texas next, and that'll, obviously be on Friday of next week, and that's still a tough one. North Texas, even though they struggled a little bit versus Utah, we've seen what they've been able to do. Obviously, in that American Conference tournament, they were the top dogs, and they've been fun to watch in that regard. And then if they get through that one, they'll most likely take on Florida or a team like Houston. And that's going to be scary as well. And then, they move even forward through that. They'll most likely face off against someone like Michigan State, Grand Canyon, San Diego State. It's not easy here in the West, but Bob will put this one bar down to get the lead back in the hands of the Cats.
In a minute 27, the Wildcats answer back from Bob again here. He finally gets his goal to go through. His double didn't earlier, but he does find his first goal of the tournament. 2-1.
Yeah, Judo just kind of lurked up towards that near post side, and that allowed that one to just be placed well. Now Bob will get it to Amp middle in Arizona, speeding things up off the kickoff. They got another.
The Wildcats, all three players now a goal in the tournament here. Jonas in game 1, a minute 21 to go. Just 6 seconds later, the Wildcats lead by 2.
Louisiana Tech, they really did answer well with that first goal. Of course, all the bumps and the setup being there from Judo, but haven't seen a lot of that physicality being implemented. And we again have just seen Arizona seem to get ahead of the pitch. And here's a big double commit. Jazz's double is no good. Laynat fires far side. He's got it. LA Tech back within 1.
14 seconds later, the Bulldogs able to respond from Jazz's assist. Laynat can put that one away for a second on the day. 67 seconds to remain as the Bulldogs back within 1.
And again, that just stemming from that double commit from Arizona near that sidewall, left the opportunity open, then a good press from Louisiana Tech to take advantage, but Arizona right back in it. Judo's clear will be sent right back into the blue side by Bob, chasing down Laynat. He'll be able to escape through the midfield. Amp last back. Bob will sweep up the boost, now trying to steal possession away, heading to the far side. 45 seconds left. Arizona just need to hold. They might be able to answer here. Bob looking for a double, can't put it on target.
That one back towards the corner. 30 to play here. Laynat a big save. Will clear that one out of harm's way. Wildcat offense so remains in blue territory. Jonas, 30 seconds to go in game 1. What do you see early that you like out of Arizona?
I mean, I'm liking when the offense really gets fired up. They've looked very electric. I mean, we saw that first goal coming through, and then we've seen the passing plays middle. We've seen a lot of opportunities created by Bob. He's got 100% goal participation to open up game 1, and they just got to keep it consistent. There's a nice stop. Amp trying to escape. Will win the 50 out. Louisiana Tech need to go the full length. Judo to Jazz, but Amp is there. This one will hang in the air for just a moment. Louisiana Tech might have a chance.
Jazz gets over one. He is bumped off. The finish is there. The old Laynat fires, and it's no good.
Oh, and the crossbar ding. So painful on 0 seconds. It was a great turnaround from Louisiana Tech, and you had to have felt that there was a chance there, but the Bulldogs just missed it.
And it brings you back to the Cincinnati game for Arizona, too. And things get rough. Arizona always finds a way to win, Jonas, and Bob willed his way to victory for the Wildcats that night to stun Cincinnati. But now tonight in the tournament, again, you need all three players to obviously play up the highest of their game, but you need, that one guy that can take over if things start to go south.
Yeah, and we'll see if Bob can do it. I mean, again, this Arizona team is so threatening. I mean, went 7-1 in Big 12 play. Their only loss being their final series of the regular season to Iowa State, and we know that Iowa State's they're one of those teams that they can really step up. They're going to be, of course, looking to try and move forward through Maryland later on and try and take down Akron, which could be a really interesting look. We'll have to see if they can first get through the Terps, but we're trying to represent the Big 12 well, and I'm excited to see both those teams compete again, as it does seem to be a solid rivalry in the Big 12, and again, just two of the top teams competing. But Arizona, we've known what they can do. We know how solid they can be, and just looking to stay stable, get through Louisiana Tech, and keep moving forward. Amp's double saved away by Laynat.
And the Big 12, 4 of 5 in this tournament so far. Arizona's trying to make that 5 of 6 here where they win tonight. UCF could make it all for 6 for 7 if they can somehow stun Wichita State.
Yeah, that would be a pretty huge upset there. We've seen Wichita State look dominant. I mean, they were the regular season American champions and obviously fell in the tournament grand finals to UNT, but they've looked to be a really threatening team. They just got to stay consistent.
I mean, yeah, Houston picked up a big win yesterday as well, where UT Arlington, the only upset of this tournament to give the Big 12 at least 4 teams in the round of 32, and Arizona can make it 5, but a pitch shot is good for Lanad, the Bulldogs, their first lead of the night.
Yeah, and what a look here. This is just one of those ones where, you know, it works out perfectly. Jazz and Lanad immediately just booming this one all the way downfield, and that is a picture-perfect pinch there to get Louisiana Tech on the board.
Absolutely it is, and now the Bulldogs will see how long this lead will last. Jonas, Arizona going to try to make it last not very long with a minute 30 off the clock. Game 2, not a bad start for the underdog.
No, I mean, this is their first lead as well. We'll see how they do working ahead, and Arizona, they're going to have to get that first taste of working from behind here in this round of 64 matchup. There's obviously still plenty of time to get back in it. 3 minutes and change left to go. Amp up high, trying to carry it over to Jazz. Can't reach him. Amp will leave it for Bob. Will snap it into the corner, trying to quickly put it middle. He does, but Judo will boom it away.
Goose or Bob got a piece of that touch. I'm not quite sure who actually did make contact there. I couldn't tell, but Wildcats will keep this ball in blue territory for now as they finally will retreat those. The Wildcat defense needs to lock in here with 2:50 to play.
Yeah, they really do, and we'll see if they can. I mean, they're just trying to get that offense going. We've seen Louisiana Tech. It just seems like the Bulldogs have gotten a great read of Arizona defensively in this one, and they've been able to just kind of control things, play a little bit of keep away, and ultimately limit attacks before they really start. Lanad blocked well by Bob. Judo chips it. Middle Goose is there. High boom away. Jazz fires. It's good.
The Bulldogs lead by 2:23 to play on the clock, and Arizona's defense gives up another freebie there from Goosenov, just a dime to Jazz.
Yeah, tried to power it out, and you know that's one of those touches where it's either going to fly towards the sidewall or it's just going to fall right into your opponent's lap, and we saw what was the case there, and Jazz did a great job of slotting that one on the right side away from the final defender. It gives a 2-goal lead for LA Tech. Again, just looking to defend it further on, but they look to be in great shape here in Game 2.
Yeah, that pass had a 10 cents attached to it, Jonas.
Wait, what?
I said that pass had 10 cents attached to it.
And now this one just off target. As you know, the other interesting thing 3 minutes through this game is Louisiana Tech have actually had the same exact amount of shots as Arizona, but you've just seen the different level of efficiency. And now Jazz is going to carry this one. Lanad, he'll get credited for it as he'll now be 2 for 1 on the score sheet, but Jazz sending it over all 3 Wildcats.
See, I had a 4-1 for Arizona, so they're just, Arizona's throwing this game to make my bracket perfect still. 1:44 to go. This seems like it's going to be a win for LA Tech.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Arizona are going to be able to snap back into form. I mean, there's still a minute and a half for 3 goals. Definitely doable, but it's one of those things that's just not very likely. We need to see that offense step up incredibly, and with how solid LA Tech have been able to hold defensively here in Game 2, that looks to maybe not have a solid chance. This one boomed away. Judo got a piece of the pinch. Lanad will try and carry it up over Amp. Judo was getting ready to pre-jump. Jazz delivers a pass, and Judo just taking the bump.
Well, how quick Arizona's offense can score. This one's not over. Bob almost a first there. 1 minute to go in Game 2. The Wildcats, another chance in front of the box as Goosenov is broken up by Lena.
And it's just been a really clean game for Louisiana Tech. Not much more needs to be said. They just haven't been making mistakes. Their defense has been holding well. I mean, Lanad having 2 of the 3 goals and having 4 out of the 5 saves really has been everywhere in this one. Arizona have just not been able to break through. Another miss there. Bob trying to speed his way through into the offensive side, dropping down middle. Goose should have a look. Judo pre-flip with no boost, finds the save, and I don't think there's enough time for the Wildcats here in the second game.
30 seconds left. They might be able to get 1 or 2 for the road, though, and make this interesting with a couple of seconds to play if the offense can find a way to score really quickly. But the LA Tech defense, though, a heck of a job in Game 2.
Yeah, no, this has been a dominant look on the shutout, and LA Tech gonna make this series very interesting if they can keep up this level of play. This one dropping to Goose, booms it downfield, and that will waste the rest of the time here. Amp looking for one, dropping down. Jazz out to Judo. They'll keep it alive a little bit longer as it will fall here. Louisiana Tech, a 3-0 shutout, tie up the series 1-1.
Well, now we're guaranteed game 5, 1-1, and now a best of 5 essentially ahead of us.
Yeah, and ultimately, I just don't think Arizona were ready for this level of control that Louisiana Tech were able to bring. Again, we saw Arizona go 0 for 8, and that's just not something you see a lot from the Wildcats.
They just couldn't find anything to go. I mean, Bob had a couple of great looks. Gustav had an elite look in front of the box and couldn't put it away. The LA Tech defense, though, able to find 7 saves, so one shot didn't find a save, and just outside of the mark.
Yeah, and we'll see if Arizona are going to be able to clean that up moving forward. But as of right now, it is all LA Tech's momentum. Now, can they keep it going in game number 3? They could take the lead in the series here. They could get even more control momentum going forward. But you know what? Arizona, after not scoring anything in game 2, they'll pick one up 2 seconds in.
4:58 to play as Arizona quickly to respond after the shutout. That shutout did not last very long. Jonas, 5 minutes is all it took.
Yeah, and I mean that's a great way to get it back if you're U of A. I mean, ultimately, you know, you have a tough shutout, you get beaten 3-0. You might be feeling a little bit down, and then you get a kickoff goal and say, "Oh, yeah, I forgot we can score," and you're right back in it. Suddenly, now you have a lead. Now you have control.
Your offense though has to keep the pace going though. Then you get a kickoff goal. Your defense will have to hold off LA Tech for as long as they can. Your offense, you can give yourself a cushion, would be a great opportunity going into the back half of game 3.
Oh, and that is an absolute gift for Amp. Jazz just lined it up so beautifully, tried to ground pinch this one out, ended up just giving it right to him, and he snipes it top shelf. There's just nothing you can do there.
Nothing you can do, just 31 seconds. The Wildcats double the lead. Still plenty of time, though, for the Bulldogs to fight back.
Yeah, and this ultimately just being a tough start for LA Tech. I mean, conceding 2 within 30 seconds, maybe another one here from Bob as he'll do it himself. Bob adds on a third for the Wildcats.
That car controls insane work out of Bob. You go up and under, then over the last 2 defenders. 4:19 to play. Arizona, a 3-0 lead.
Clinical. Absolutely clinical, and he makes it look so easy. And now not a lot of time gone by, and Arizona have already matched the total score of last game, but just flipped the other way. And again, this is just a great way to respond if you're U of A in this situation. Louisiana Tech, they really got to try and figure things out again, and I'm sure they're a little bit shocked as well. You know, they just got the 3-0 shutout. Now they're trailing by 3 inside the first minute.
I mean, we know what happens to teams that let 3 goals go in the first minute of game start. It does not bode well.
Oh yeah,
for LA Tech.
It's not
now.
pretty.
And if the Wildcats have 3, they're on pace for technically 15.
And this is a good look here for the Bulldogs. Just played away by Ball from Jazz's. Not on target. Bob will carry it downfield, looking to catch it. Slides it right, but off target.
And that bumped off now Amp. From midfield, fires. Jazz will put it away. Now back for Bob. 50 is going to roll through. 4-0.
I'm a little bit confused on what happened to the defense here, Nation. Obviously, Jazz touches was not that great, but Judo took a little bit too long, and everyone else just kind of fell away.
Yeah, LA Tech defense falling apart here. 3:27 to go. The Wildcats lead by 4 after a shutout. Let make that 3.
And that is a beauty at the midfield from Judo. I mean, a solid kick up to the sidewall, and Judo so quick onto it. 65 miles an hour from the midfield line. That's a beauty to get on the board.
Get your offense on the board. 3:23 to go. So just a goal a minute would tie this game at equilibrium again. But you know, Arizona's defense, it feels like after last game, is not going to let goals come at a discount anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you would expect so. There's a nice save from Amp. Jazz lobs it up. Lane at is there. Gets the outspeed. Jazz off the backboard. Redirect on target, but Amp keeps it out.
Wildcat defense. Another elite stop there. Bob, one more chance. Couldn't save it. Lane at back within 2 of the Bulldogs.
Oh, and Amp just went from having a great save to giving this freebie. That touch middle, maybe expecting Bob to be closer, but he was back with no boost, and it gives a free look there for Lane, and he's not going to miss that one.
That Amp's touch had 10 cents attached to that one. Is 2:59 to go. The Wildcats, once led by 4, now back within 2 are the Bulldogs. That pass is a time attached as well, and it couldn't find its way through.
That was a good bump look from Jazz as well, trying to take out Goose there. Amp trying to 50 his way through. Bob gets it middle. Now we'll just have to try and take it slow. Lanead through the corner, gets over 1 Amp. Lurking towards the midfield line. Lane had no boost left. Backflip will still be moving forward. Jazz pops it over to Goose. A little bit of a team bump there between Amp and Bob. Those rotations have been a little bit awkward at times for the Wildcats. Here's a good look middle, but Goose has to turn away. It's boom back downfield.
Yeah, Goose got overshot there by Amp on the pass option, but now Lane trying to get within 1 as Amp. The double dunk is no good. The Bulldogs nearly within 1 there.
Yeah, that was a great look, and Amp just narrowly able to hang on and help that one get off target. Lanead will just take this one all the way back, and again, we really have seen the Bulldogs start controlling the pace in this one. The problem is, obviously, we're down by 4, and that makes it tougher to get back. Bob, another nice 50 here, trying to escape. Lanead just able to send it off target for a moment, but Bob slots it top right. He's got a hat trick.
A minute 46 to go, and I told you earlier, Bob can take over games for the Wildcat offense when things start to go south, and he's putting on a big performance here in Game 3.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, that's a huge goal right there, stopping the run and stopping the momentum that the Bulldogs were building. Now we see a fake kickoff from LA Tech. Judo's up for, but Bob, the outspeed. Lanead is back to send it away. Ceiling double cut off by Amp. Now might be looking for a double himself. Did he put it on target? He did, but Judo covers. What a look from Amp.
LA Tech's defense, I don't think, has really expected these kinds of crazy touches. Arizona continue to get on target. That's another difficult save for the Bulldog defense. They will fend it off, though. In a minute 20 remaining, Arizona up by 3 again.
I think it's just one of those things that, you know, obviously we're not saying Arizona put away every look, but it's showcasing what kind of looks they can get. And it, again, it's just kind of showcasing that potential that they can bring in. You know, if they're able to start knocking down those shots more and more consistently, they're going to be one of the best teams in this tournament.
That's their goal 6. Oh, almost. Never mind. That should have been goal 6, but aim for redirect then. He wants goal 6, but that one also broken up now. Bob back to midfield. Jazz will clear it away in Arizona. A couple of chances there gone by the wayside.
Yeah, a couple good stops there. We saw back-to-back from Lanead and Judo. Speaking of trying to get through the midfield, Jazz will just try and speed this one up through the corner, but 30 seconds left. Might not be enough time for the Bulldogs here in game number 3. Goose extends this one forward, looking for that 6th goal. Will get demoed. Bob still on it. Jazz sweeps it away momentarily, wins the 50, but again, just so much time off the clock. It looks like that will indeed be it. Arizona gonna get it back and reclaim their lead in the series.
And LA Tech's defense felt the wrath of the Arizona offense in this series. They got a full, complete taste of what this offense can do in this tournament, Jonas, and they're going to trail 2-1 as the Wildcats back on top.
Yeah, ultimately, we saw Arizona's defense. It looked good. Obviously, they conceded 2. It looked like they might have given up a couple more, but they still had, I believe, 8 saves on the tally. And, you know, the shot count was actually very similar. Actually, it was 7 saves. Arizona had 10 shots, and Louisiana Tech, actually, at the end there, they matched it with 10, but obviously a huge score difference, and Arizona was just flat out more efficient.
Absolutely. That was a fast red cup. Jeez. Didn't even get to look at the stats board.
Yeah, everyone's moving very quickly.
I guess they just want to go next. No one wants to talk things over, I guess, going into game 4. Arizona, though, can get this series to match point with another good showing here.
I mean, I have to ask you, Nation, when teams lose a game like that, like if you're Louisiana Tech and you lose a game like that, do you like to see teams like kind of take that full minute to talk things over after a loss, or do you think it's kind of more healthy to just kind of ready back up and try and shake it off as quickly as possible and get back into it?
I think it depends on the situation. I think if a team thinks, that was just a fluke performance, or their offense won't put up that kind of number again, then you know what, ready up and go next. But they think it's consistent problems, then sure, talk things over. But my goodness, what a defensive stand this Arizona defense.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're talking. I'm over here giggling, watching Amp put on crazy saves back to back, and now Bob will have one. What a hold from Arizona. Now Goose will pick up one. It's been 45 seconds. Arizona have 4 saves already.
Yeah, 4 saves in a minute. There's goal 1. Oh, never mind. 2-1 on the save. Thought that was just a dime on target, but the Wildcat offense still prowling through this LA Tech defense that has struggled tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it has been an absolute bout between both these teams, and it has stayed, relatively close, and it's just kind of up to either of these teams to either really pop off offensively or defensively, and I think that just might be the marker of who's going to be able to take this thing. Lane had a good 50 into the corner. Bob, plenty of boost to work with, getting challenged early by Judo. We'll pop it straight up into the ceiling. Amp will win the battle. Bob, it looked like he wanted the bump for a second, then turned away, and Lanad picked up a nice save.
Bob off the corner, no double back for Goose. Couldn't put that one away. Amp now with a way to challenge this ball as Arizona's offense, so still in LA Tech territory. Jonas, their defense can't battle out.
And now they're going to be able to break through the midfield line for a moment. Judo misses there. Jazz will miss as well. A little bit of awkwardness at the midfield for the Bulldogs. Amp gets a good 50. Bob is up for it. Lanad will meet him in time. Goose backflips. It allows Judo to clear this one away, relieve a small bit of pressure, but not for much longer.
Half time coming up here. Arizona want one before the half. That one couldn't find a dunk for Bob. Now Goose off the ceiling here. Gonna play this one close, finds Bob in transition, gonna look for something here to commit one-on-one for Amp to get a dunk, but it's wide.
Yeah, and I mean, we've just seen great offensive pressure either way. Obviously, Louisiana Tech kind of had in that first minute, but in this last minute and a half, it really has seemed to be more on the side of Arizona. Might see a look here for the Bulldogs. Laynod shot, stopped by Goosenov. Judo will take it high, running low on boost. Gets it over Bob. Maybe a shot look for Jazz. That'll be popped wide. Goose gonna get that boost stolen from him, but still should be able to work out through the midfield. That he does. 2 minutes and change left. Louisiana Tech still in this one.
2-minute warning. In game number 4, LA Tech and Arizona still even at 0. It's been a much more defensive kind of game, where last game was all offense for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it really has. Both these teams look to have stabilized quite well. Goose already has 4 saves on the side of Arizona. Shot look there, saved by Jazz. He'll pick up his second. Obviously, we saw the early sequences of saves from Amp that were absolutely incredible. 90 seconds left to go. Still no one being able to break through. As I said, Judo misses. Wide ball from Lanad. Tries to roll it under Goose. No good. Bob will boom it away. Goose, the give and go. Bob is there, and he puts it by Judo. Arizona up 1.
Arizona's defense has 6 saves, thrown us a minute 25 to go, and Goose just a slight touchdown to Bob. That one good for goal 1. 85 ticks to play. The Wildcats in front.
Yeah, and it's ultimately just that slight delay, and that's the kind of shooting we've gotten to know and love from Bob. Is, he can power the ball top right, but it's that, sometimes it's just that placement, overpower that timing, that little switch up that can really open up opportunities. He has found a lot of success doing just that. Jazz picks up another save. Amp will eliminate him from the pitch. Judo, not enough boost to continue on. Bob low as well, will be 50 by Jazz off the respawn. Goose upfield. Bob there lurking. Redirect attempt. No good. Fault from Goose. Saved by Judo.
55 seconds to go. Jazz going to challenge. Will get baited out by Amp, though, and Arizona's offense still trying to remain in LA Tech territory, and that it will for the time being. It's Jazz left alone. Goose open target. Bob going to chase it down. Fires and scores. 2-0.
Oh, I thought Lanad got back for a second, but Bob, a great recovery here with low boost, and obviously a big 50 from Goose. Just no one left standing for the Bulldogs. Lanad just narrowly not able to reach that one and keep it out. 40 seconds. Time, obviously, a huge factor now for LA Tech. They need to answer quickly.
And that they do, and Bob one-on-one in isolation. Couldn't get the flick on target there, and Amp will let this ball continue to roll in Bulldog territory. 30 seconds. The ball in the paint now down for Bob. A third in the loom here for the Wildcats, and nothing there. They want a shot. No one. They would have put a single shot on target there.
Yeah, that was just a misread ultimately from Bob up front. It was a great ceiling pass from Goose, but Bob just couldn't read it quick enough, and then Amp was trying to play solid third as he picks up a great save there off the inside of the post. Will clear it away. It's a wide open net. Bob will turn in another. He's got a hat trick.
And that's the dagger. Here in game number 4, Arizona going to lead 3-1 going into game 5.
And yeah, I mean, again, the biggest thing here is we are seeing Arizona's defense. It's just looking spectacular. I mean, they've got 8 saves in this one. I mean, we've seen Goose get 4, we saw Bob get a couple, and we've seen Amp have some good ones as well. As that one will just drop nicely in front, but Arizona will extend their lead in the series 3-1. LA Tech, their backs are against the wall now.
Absolutely, it is. And how do you attack Arizona down 3-1? There's not many teams, once they kind of get in a hole with Arizona, can crawl out of it.
I mean, as of right now, we need to see them change up something with their offensive output. I mean, Arizona's defense, it's been a brick wall. It really has, and LA Tech need to try and find something to change. I mean, obviously the shots they were putting on were just being locked down left, right, and center. So you got to adapt, whether it's more passing plays, whether it's more physicality. You got to change something up.
Yeah, but again, like for me, when Jonas, you too, like when we've watched Arizona play, anytime they put a team in a hole, it just lights out, game over.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really tough for LA Tech to bring this one back. You know, even if they adjust, you know, they maybe take this game, they're still going to need 2 more in a row, which is no small feat. And we'll see if they're going to be able to do it. I mean, still fresh 5 minutes on the clock, but already in danger. Lane at big clear out. Goose will lob it right side of the net. Judo plays it off the backboard. Amp looking for the outspeed. Gets it over Jazz, but Judo will be there with low boost. Loses control for a moment. Good 50 from Bob, and already first 30 seconds in, Arizona bringing heaps of pressure.
30 seconds into game 5. Arizona can put this series away with 1 more win, Jonas, and they could end the season again of LA Tech in the round of 64.
Yeah, it would be tough for LA Tech. I mean, back-to-back seasons with round 1 exits. I mean, they have gotten 2 tough pulls in terms of their tournaments, but they're not down and out yet by any means, as Juno will find the opener in this one.
4:05, and Judo gonna find the LA Tech open score there. That's their first lead since game 2. We'll see if this one can last. They had the Antelopes of Grand Canyon last season in round 1 sent to game 6. We'll see if they can get Arizona into game 6.
And we'll see if they can do more than that. But in trouble is Bob. A beauty of a reset here. The read and the perfect finish up high. I mean, how do you stop it?
You don't.
Yeah, I mean, there's just Judo tried. He really tried his best, but it's just so tough to get a read on. I mean, the only possible way you do that is you sit in net or you instant challenge, and you know when you're caught in that gray middle, it just might just be lights out. Now 1-1 goes the scoreline. LA Tech obviously still in it, but under danger again. The shot from Amp just high. Goose. Quick challenge right back in play. Trying to move quickly now into the offensive side lane. That big clear out. Bob is there just trying to keep the pressure on.
3:30 to go. Amp fires. Full flying to Bob in the corner, though. And Arizona, another chance in front to finish. It's there for Goose.
And Amp going to be most likely, giving his teammate maybe a little gift here, a little gesture, as Goose just saved him there from that miss.
Potentially. But they would have been kicking themselves.
2-1.
That didn't go in.
Huh?
They would have been kicking themselves if Goose wasn't there and that one didn't fall in.
100%. Yeah, I mean, that would have been a huge loss of a chance there. But they do turn in the second. They get themselves a lead. They respond very quickly to the opening goal from the Bulldogs and get themselves a lead. Now just looking to hold on for 3 more minutes and end the season early for LA Tech.
3 minutes to go here. Arizona up by 1 at the final 3 minutes of what could be LA Tech's season. Sideline Sports Invitational champions trying to, pull back some magic from tournament play.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it. But again, it's just so tough to overcome a team like Arizona in this state again. you need to come back in this game. That's one thing. But then, as we already mentioned, winning 2 more in a row after it is no small feat, and you just feel like Arizona is going to be able to really close it up at some point, and maybe just doing it here in game number 5. Judo gonna stumble on that wall dash, get 50 well. Here's Lanead, gives it over to Jazz, 50 right back towards the corner, and now Judo with a slight misread, and the Bulldogs just look a little bit awkward moving forward. I think everyone kind of does. There's 3 on the save, but it's made.
2 minutes to go here. In game number 5, Bob fires over the last defender. No good off the bar and wide.
Yeah, it's a big save there from Judo, keeping this one to only a 1-goal deficit. You might just feel like at this point in the game, less than 2 minutes to go, if Arizona are able to put away another, extend the deficit to 2, that might just be it.
And at midfield, fires wide. Arizona will find a break. 90 seconds and change to go. The Wildcats trying to hang on tight to a 1-goal lead.
And Goose got the reset there. Don't think it fell exactly how he wanted. Here's a good pass upfield to Judo. Amp gets back in time. A huge save there. Jazz, a good first touch, plays the reset under Bob. Goose getting harassed in net, but he shakes off the attacker and booms it away.
Final minute approaching here. Lanead under pressure. Goose from behind will find the demo. As the last 60 seconds here, Jonas. LA Tech need to score to keep their season alive.
Yeah, they do, and again, they're just running clean out of time. I mean, there's still this minute, but they got to get the offense going. They got to get some sort of pace. Goose is here, the 50 on Lanead, and that might just be all she wrote.
52 seconds, and the Wildcats extend the lead to 2 from a 50 from Goose. Now the Bulldogs, 52 seconds. They need 2 goals as their season looks in limbo.
Yeah, that was just a really tough look out in front, and Goose somehow reading that 50 perfectly, goes straight through Bob. Reset attempt, no good, but he's still on it, creating more of that pressure. Judo up, Amp gets the clean beat. Jazz will keep it off the backboard momentarily. Goose back over to Bob. This one off the post with the pressure unceasing from the Wildcats.
This is the offense that we're used to seeing, Jonas, and this Arizona offense wants nothing more than as dominant a victory as they can get, and their offense putting on a show here in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, they're really just looking to add on as many as they can. Judo, that's a huge save to keep this one out, but there's just not enough time, Nation, for this offense. Jazz needs to score here, trying to turn it in. Goes with a bump, Amp slides right by, picks up the clear, and that will be it. Arizona eliminate Louisiana Tech in 5. They move on to play UNT.
14 shots in game 5 as well, and a big performance out of this offense for Arizona. They'll go on to take on North Texas in round 2. How do the Wildcats fare at the Mean Green?
I mean, if they keep this level of offense up, it's going to be really tough for UNT to stop. I think both those teams are going to go in with there's going to be a lot of tension in that matchup for sure. I mean, I'm expecting both those teams to come in with a lot of emotion, a lot of fight, and we'll see how they fare.
So go ahead and say it now.
What?
This game is, well, I think we'll go and say it. This game will be on the main broadcast next Friday. Arizona, North Texas.
Oh, yeah.
On the main broadcast will be one of our 4 main broadcasted games in the round of 32. Number 3, North Texas versus number 6, Arizona. We'll see you guys after the break for Wichita State, the 4 seed from the American, taking on 13-seeded UCF in the Big 12.